Uh, didn't I just do that? Oh, do I have to press go live? Wait. Oh no, I messed it up. What's going on here? Or no, no, I am live. Oh crap, I had a funny intro. Nah, it probably wasn't that funny. Uh, okay. Alright, okay. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't sound like garbage, because I couldn't get my headset to connect. But my headset is a piece of shit anyway. Um, I'm not even joking either. It cost me like $15 like 6 years ago, and my friends always complain about it, but I don't care. Okay, all right. So yeah, I woke up and oh hello. All right, come here. I swear to God, if you jump on my computer, you're done. You're out of here. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right. I got my cat. Um. Yep, that's right. That's right, Whiskers. What was that? Well, I just. All right. So, as a quick recap, basically, what happened this morning is I literally woke up and it was like, okay, Minecraft Live's in like an hour, and I literally opened Google and I went, okay, how to stream on YouTube, and I, what can I say? What can I say? I thought it was him. I thought I could figure it out before Minecraft Live, and I couldn't. But I watched it anyway, and so now that it's over, we're gonna just go back through and just chat about it real quick. Um, what was I gonna say? So it was actually, before we even get started with that, it was kind of a nothing burger. I feel bad saying that, but also at the same time, like it really was, because there was a leak. That I'm pretty sure everyone has heard about it by now. But if you haven't, there was a leak where they accidentally leaked like a web page or something, and they revealed that there was a new biome called the Pale Garden and a new mob called the Creaking and a bunch of other stuff. And then so we've been new about about bundles, and so they talked about bundles, but really that's like, I mean, I was trying to figure out how to make OBS software work through most of it, but I had it playing in the background just so I was listening to it, and they didn't really talk about that much else. So I actually don't think we have that much to talk about. But dude, I swear my cat just, sorry, my cat just put her tail in my face. Settle down, you. I have to kick you out. Ah, okay, we get a rascal. Honestly, I'd make my cat my profile picture if she ever made a face that funny. But for now, it's just that. Okay. Hopefully the audio sounds good. And hopefully the desktop audio is not too loud, because before it was like so loud it was drowning out my voice when I was trying it. Um, where's my chat bubble? Actually, it doesn't matter. Nobody's even here. But uh, okay. All right, so we might as well just start breaking it down, I guess. Let's just have a look. I think they also talked about the movie. I wasn't plotting to really like clown on the movie that much, but okay. So blah blah. They spent a long time doing nothing. Blah 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 blah. And then there was this whole segment. Nobody cares. They basically did a whole lot of like good job us type of stuff. Uh, let's just start at the beginning, I guess. I mean, I don't really get. Uh, okay, I'll try not to do React content that's literally just watching it, because I already watched it. We'll see. I still think that the frog might be one of the the frog might be one of the best additions in the recent years of Minecraft, and I'm ready to die on that hill, honestly. Yeah, yeah.
We're coming to you from the home of Minecraft here at our office in Stockholm, Sweden.
So I feel like Also, I've never watched a Minecraft live before, but I don't know. I expected it to be more of like I don't know. I feel like I expected it to be. Um, can I do a chat replay on this or no? I guess not. I felt like all right, whatever. Yeah, be quiet for a second. I I've never watched a Minecraft live. This is the first one I ever watched, and I honestly thought it would be more of a like a live stream. This is just like a pre-recorded video that they premiered, which isn't necessarily bad, but okay. I feel like this is really just blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so they did a lot of recapping stuff. I remember, and then there he is, Jib, the man himself. He's talk about their accomplishments and bringing up Minecraft dungeons, which is a bit hilarious. Uh, when did they actually get started actually talking about the stuff? Let's try it. Let's start here. Let's just. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wait. The video audio is really quiet. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Actually. Um. Good thing we hadn't gotten to anything important yet. Okay. So where was it before? Oh, it was all the way up here. It was like it was not. It was like basically talking over me before. Let me try it. Actually, got a person here to.
Mode in Bedrock and
Okay.
bundles,
Is that
and we call it bundles of bravery.
is that
And
better?
we
I
have two
turned it up
amazing,
like
clever
a
team
lot.
members that will show more.
Hardcore mode is your traditional Minecraft experience, except with one life to live. Playing hardcore mode brings back that feeling of the first time that you play Minecraft, because everything is new, everything is dangerous, but now your entire playthrough, everything is dangerous
Yeah,
all
to
the
get
time,
voices.
and that adds to the level of excitement that you have for everything that you do. Everything is new, everything is scarier, because you can't afford to make any of those
How's
mistakes in Java and in Bedrock.
is the
You have a
audio?
very
How's
different menu experience for getting into
the
hardcore mode.
stream audio?
So in Bedrock,
is it,
we have this nice little toggle that you flip that says,
the
I
volume?
want
Is
to
it
play
good?
this in hardcore
Is it too
mode.
quiet?
But my favorite part is that
Still?
in the corner where you have your little image of your world that you're about to join.
Crap! I was gonna say something I totally forgot. I got distracted by that. No, but that's good. That's good to know, though. Need to know if that's like because I have my microphone volume all the way up, but when I had the desktop or the window audio all the way up, I couldn't hear the microphone at all. Uh, okay. I always think it's. I want to talk about this just really quickly. I think it's like funny how they on Java Edition, right? You literally just click hardcore. I think. I just outed myself. I haven't played Java in a long time because I like pirated it when I was a kid. But so they're finally introducing hardcore to Bedrock, and they're kind of acting like. I mean, I'm not trying to be super cynical, but they're acting like it's some like big thing, as if it as if they haven't been talking about adding it for a long time, and as if it hasn't been in Java forever. But also now that they're introducing it, they're like they're not making it just a slider. I think it's just a quick example of them caring about Bedrock a little bit more and trying to make Bedrock like the main, more popular version. That's all I really want to say. It's just like I'm not saying this is bad. Like this is cool, but they're just like
A
they're over
little outline
engineering Bedrock
appears, and then the
compared to
hardcore
Java.
heart like starts to
And
pulse.
and it's like, I mean, in Java runs okay, but like Bedrock, I find, especially on console, when I decide to play it on console, Bedrock runs like really badly. Um,
there. So you really
but
know
we're
that
not
you're going to
really here
have
to
a
talk
very
about that,
difficult
so I'll
experience
stop.
in front of you. When you've been playing Minecraft for a long time, you get into a routine and you do things on the regular that are just very normal for you. When you play hardcore mode, you have to break that routine and create an entirely new way to play that is maybe a little bit more risk averse, unless you want to play very often, very short bursts. But your experience is always going to be unique and very different because that one life to live changes the entire way that you play. We're super excited for you to try hardcore mode, and maybe you'll feel a little safer if you're able to bring those extra
It's
items with
funny.
you in the new bundles.
See, that's like that's nothing. I mean, I'm not like I'm not very good. I guess I'm not very good. This is my first time doing React content, so I'm thinking like I see like one little thing and I'm like, oh, do I want to stop and talk about that, or do I just want to like keep going? But just I fine. I'll just say it. They're talking about Bedrock hardcore, then they show like Java bridging because Bedrock you can just like you can basically like run, if you can click fast enough, you can just run and bridge in front of you, which is interesting because they would show like a traditional bridging. So I mean that's like a nothing. It's just a little detail I noticed.
This is Matthew, take one.
We added bundles to help people pack more into their inventory. So in old versions of Minecraft, if you were digging a tunnel, you might end up with 64 blocks of cobblestone and it fits into one inventory slot. Today, if you dig that same tunnel, you're going to get a lot of different blocks. Even if it's only 64 blocks in total, they're going to take a lot of inventory slots because they don't stack together. A bundle lets you pack those items together, reclaim that space, and have an inventory that feels like it did back in the early days of Minecraft.
Wait,
When we first came
I
up
gotta make sure I heard that right because I was a little bit worried when I first heard this, but I was also like only half paying attention. I'm a little bit concerned about
that feels like it did back in the early days of Minecraft.
Oh, no. I gotta go back.
64 blocks in total. Today, if you dig that same tunnel, you're going to get a lot of different blocks. Even if it's only 64 blocks in total, they're going to take a lot of inventory slots because they don't stack together. A bundle lets you pack those items together, reclaim that.
Okay, what I think they're implying, and I probably should have done some sort of patch or like read the not some sort of I should have read like the patch notes if there are any or something. I did what I usually do, and I just like wing it. That's how I live my entire life, honestly. But I didn't actually like do a ton of like background research. But if they're saying here what I think they're saying is that like the bundle has a maximum capacity of like 64 blocks, but they could be like mixed. I mean that's like I mean like okay, well, pardon my French, but that comes across honestly as like that's fucking useless. it's not like it's not like what am I? I'm trying to find the words. It's not like unplayable useless, but like that is so much less useful than what I feel like myself and hopefully a lot of other people were thinking. Because like I was thinking maybe a bundle would take up like 3 slots or something like that. Like it has like 3 slots to offer. That would be good because they're really easy to craft, aren't they? It's literally like a leather and a string. I think they just showed it, but like I don't know. It's like it's not as cool as it could be. It's not as useful as I think it is. So if you're digging and you have like a couple, let's say, like what's really common, like a granite, diorite, and then cobblestone, and you can put up to 64. I mean, up to 64, it sounds cool, but if you're really like digging and you're trying to actually collect stuff, that's gonna wear out really quick, and then you're just gonna go back to the same stuff that you're always doing, which is just like letting it fall on the floor.
Space and have an inventory that feels like it did back in the early days of Minecraft. When we first came up with the idea for the bundle, we wanted to make sure it was actually going to be useful.
When they first came up with it, what, what 5 years ago, and they couldn't. I heard the other day that they couldn't add it, or they didn't add it to the game because they were trying to make it compatible with all versions, and they couldn't figure out how to make it work with a touch screen, which is actually like a super. If I were me, honestly, just cut the phone version off. I'm sorry. Gotta cut them loose.
So we watched a whole lot of streams of players playing survival Minecraft. We waited until they opened their inventory and then we took a screenshot.
Looks about
Then
right.
we went through all these screenshots and we said, what could this player do if they had a bundle? What we found is that most people would be able to free up 8 inventory slots or more, which gave them a lot of room to carry more of anything they wanted.
So yeah, they're adding it up to 64. It looks like. I mean, that's okay.
The
but
main advantage of
the longer that you are down there, the more and more like, I don't know, because the bundle itself takes up a slot. So can you put bundles in bundles and like can you stack them? If you could stack bundles and you could put like maybe even 16, because that'd probably be a bundle stack. If you could put 16 like inside of a bundle, then it would be useless. Not wait, no, that was a misinput. Then it would be useful. Because if you could put like a stack of 16 bundles inside of one, then that would be good. But if you can't, and I'm slightly concerned that you can't, then you'd be carrying around like what 4 bundles, and they're taking up 4 slots. So like, I don't know. I feel it's something. It's hard for me to describe it. I feel like something about it is just not quite useful enough. It's cool. It is cool. I like also
using
how
a bundle
they've,
is that you can go out for longer. If you're going out on your first adventure, you can pack things into a
I
bundle
guess
and
if
have
they're
a lot
intending
more
it for an
space in your
early game
inventory before it fills
item,
up and
which
you have to
they
come
are.
home
I
again.
mean, I feel like maybe I'm just overthinking it because I mean,
There are a lot of creative ways to use bundles
Like
as
first
well.
night, whatever.
You could create a gift for your friend, dye a bundle in their favorite color, and give it to them with their favorite
only
items inside.
64.
Bundles are also an
Right.
interesting roleplay item, or it could be used in
It took a long time
storytelling.
to get it here, but
The idea
I
of
like
having
the
a
idea
little
that they're
bag is just kind of
changing
inherently
from-
cute and fun.
Okay, wait a minute. I like the idea that they're changing from the one yearly update to like several small updates, which is good. That's kind of the way it used to be, if I remember correct. Of course, it was such a long time ago, and I was also, a small child. Um, but like where Notch would basically, it was like it would be on like a random Tuesday, like, oh, we made this change to the game, and the updates were really like, obviously that becomes less possible when you have a bigger studio and a bigger game with more versions and whatnot. But I really like the idea of the like small updates on like a quarterly basis. That certainly really helps out it'll help out the Frontier server, which I've never actually said the name of it. But if you're watching, you've heard it here first. That's what the server is actually called, that I do the lore videos off of. But I wouldn't go searching for it because it's not public, which I've said a lot of times, but that's just the way it kind of shakes out. I think it would be good for that server to have the updates not come on a yearly basis, because the biggest problem that's kind of going on behind the scenes with it right now is that as more people like join that are friends of friends, and in some cases that are like friends of friends, it becomes harder and harder to like control what those people are doing, and to like, because it's kind of like there's no like rules really, but it's like a tentative like playing with your friends type of no rules. I mean, there's no like moderation or anything, but generally it's like, okay, people, you shouldn't. The hardest rule that exists probably is that you shouldn't explore more than like 3,500, 5,000 blocks away from spawn, and that's to make sure that these new updates that come out will have a chance to generate in a relative proximity to where everyone is at. But there are more people that are joining that are like friends of friends, or like just related to some of the players, and they are going like really far, and I'm honestly a little bit concerned about the server's longevity, because at what point do you get to like well, a point where it's like, is it even worth it to go that far? Or do you want to just, because if, let's say if like 20k blocks is explored in every direction around spawn, and there's an update with a new biome, you have to go further than 20k blocks to find that. I mean, anyway, I'm kind of going on a bit of a tangent here, but sorry, I completely lost my train of thought because I'm looking at my I'm looking at all of my stream data that you can't see. It says I have 923 dropped frames. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. 1.3% apparently of something, probably of frames total. That's good. I'm using 0.1% of my CPU, and allegedly we're at 60 frames per second, but that doesn't even matter because anyway, we're off topic. We're way off topic. um, I think that Element Animation did a lot of the heavy lifting for this Minecraft Live. I found this to be the most surprising and also like the best part. If you're unfamiliar with Element Animation, you absolutely should be. I remember I watched this like I think an Egg's Guide to Minecraft was like a thing that I watched in like a school cafeteria when it came out, like however long ago.
Villager
They actually
news.
got the villager news.
Breaking news! We interrupt this
Honestly,
Minecraft
I
Live
love this. I
broadcast
love
for a
this so much.
special report. There's been a monster sighting. Here's villager number 9. Thanks, number 5. Villager number 15 here says there's a monstrous creature right there in those woods. So, number 15, have you ever lied on the news before? What? I'm not lying. I was with my group and the monster, it got all of them. They're all gone. Maybe they just don't like you. You know, because of all the lies. What? That's ridiculous. I'm all right, to put an end to these clear fabrications, we're gonna go into the spooky forest and prove there's no monster. All right, let's go.
Oh, you're heading into the woods. Very well, but I must warn you. Those who enter there never return here.
What? Why not?
Oh, no, this is just the entrance, darling. The exit's over there.
I think
All right, come on.
it would be interesting if they actually had like friendly witches. I'm just saying, like, what if there were friendly witches you could like trade with potions? I would fuck with that. Would you fuck with that?
Everybody keep their eyes peeled for monsters. Of course, we know there's no such thing. What about zombies? Skeletons?
Oh,
dragon? And
wait,
Sting? It didn't look like any of those. All right.
Wait, I missed that the first time. He wait.
Zombies, skeletons, dragon, and Sting.
God, I missed it again. I'm sorry. I missed that the first time. He like pulls up Steve as a monster. Steve War Criminal confirmed. Steve Crimes Against Humanity confirmed. That's like that's actually okay. I think that is literally my favorite part of the Minecraft Live now that I've seen that.
We know there's no such thing. What about zombies, skeletons,
I missed it.
dragon, and Sting?
Got it. Okay. That's actually so. I'm sorry. That's actually so funny. 'Cause there's an animation that I won't show on stream, but I will allude to it. It's by Avocado Animations. You may or may not have heard of it. You can look at your own peril, but that's that's generally what it makes me think of. Which is like Steve is some sort of like otherworldly like entity who comes and just like torments villagers. All right. Okay.
It didn't look like any of those. All right, what did it look like? I couldn't see it clearly. It was behind a tree. Convenient.
That's actually the first like.
Hey, wait.
It's like the first.
Does anyone feel
foreshadowing,
like we're being
I'm just
watched?
realizing.
I hope so. We need the ratings. Did anybody hear that? Hear what? The creaking. I'd say it was more of a
he
crunchy.
said
Hey, wait.
it.
Where's
He said
villager
it
number
again.
31? Is that XP? Ah! The monster got him! Oh, no! It's happening again! No, that could have been anybody's XP. And emeralds. And sign that says, I'm villager number 31, help me. I'm being attacked by a monster. It's circum...
It's unironically like. That's unironically like High Fish's defense for potentially being the diamond thief. Like that could be I don't know. Like that could be anybody's It could be anybody's diamond armor, you know, and dog sitting right outside the Tannis city gates. And post of you taking a screenshot outside Tannis. I never showed that, but like in the Discord. I mean, the dots just lined up so well. I'm convinced it's him. I'm still convinced that it's him, but we don't actually know who it is.
Substantial at best. Let's move on.
But if by chance anyone is actually watching this live, like after the fact, and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you can check out the full series on the channel, and then maybe it'll make more sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. All right, well, I'm convinced. Yeah, let's keep going.
I'm trying not to make voice noise. I'm eating goldfish. I'm hungry.
I thought he said there were monsters. Yeah, where's the monster? All right, we've been here for a while, and we haven't seen any monsters. Yeah, we should make our way back. Which way was that again? Oh no, we're lost! What? No! Does anyone know the way back? Villager number 47 will know. He's a cartographer. Where's villager number 47? Hey, someone left a map in all this XP. Maybe there is a monster. There's no monster. Who said that?
I like that they're like disappearing, like they're being taken, and honestly, it kind of like it's a bit, but it also kind of suggests that like the thing will like strike quickly, the creaking. But I wish it was like that. I think it would be pretty funny, or I mean, more entertaining. If it, well, we can talk about that more when they actually show it off.
It's gonna get us! Villager number 5! It appears that a wave of hysteria has afflicted the group. I stand by the notion that there are no monsters in the woods. But the cameraman and I are going to run away now for unrelated reasons. Goodbye! Huh? Hey, what's behind that tree? Oh no, villager number 9! Villager number 9, are you there? Is anybody there?
I think I could. This is everything. I feel like.
I guess we'll never know what caused this tragic chain of events. But it definitely wasn't a monster. Ah, well. Sorry for interrupting the show. Now back to Minecraft Live!
I wish we could do a chat replay. Honestly, I'm gonna say that I think Element Animation like really actually carried this. They were the highlight in my opinion.
It's been a long time since I first announced our Minecraft movie.
No, not really.
We've taken our time to assemble.
I mean, yes, but also no. I think they're gonna talk about the movie now. I like you wouldn't be able to, because I tried to stream earlier and it didn't work because I tried to set it up right before Minecraft Live like an idiot. But now I think it's working properly. Oh my god, I decided I hid the previous stream because I decided I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna restart it and do it this way after the fact so I can pause a lot. But like I was laughing my ass off when they were talking about this. It's so stupid. Again, I'm trying not to be like, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to come on here and be like, oh, I like hate the game that I'm a YouTuber of, actually, because I feel like it's like that's the thing that a lot of people do. But like, dude, the movie looks so stupid. I'm sorry, it looks so bad.
Incredible team and to create an original, fun-filled take on the Minecraft universe. From us at Mojang, our partners.
Saying the Minecraft universe is already a red flag. It's already, honestly, it's hard for me to explain why that is, but saying the Minecraft universe, I'm sorry, that's a red flag. If they had said the world of Minecraft, okay, maybe let it slide. That's normal, but like the Minecraft universe, no.
At Warner Brothers and Legendary, our talented director Jared Hess, and some amazing content creators, we're bringing Minecraft to the big screen in a way you've never seen before. All with the goal of authentically capturing the spirit of Minecraft by working with people who play, love, and care about the game as much as you do. Let's hear from some fellow Minecrafters and take a closer look at how we made this film.
Let's do it. And action. I'm Torve, creative director of entertainment for Mojang.
I'm Jared Hess, the director of a Minecraft movie.
We're super excited to share some exclusive information
because
about
earlier
how we made
nobody
this
could
movie.
hear me.
Man, to be able to celebrate that fun, amazing, creative spirit that is Minecraft, it was just like a dream come true.
We first started talking about making a movie, what is over a decade ago. We really wanted to honor the world. And then spending like...
Oh, that's actually... I just... Now let me explain myself. I'm taking bets right now. This, the character that Jason Momoa plays, this is his car. I'm taking bets right now. Because it just fits. I should explain myself. I mean, like, obviously, this would never show in my Minecraft YouTube channel, but I really like classic American cars. So I actually just did like a neuron activation. I saw this car and I paused it because I was like, oh, cool. But Jason Momoa is going to drive this car and be like an idiot hunk. I'm 100% sure.
3 months in New Zealand on set. We've really enjoyed the journey. We thought a lot about what kind of movie to do, and we chose...
Did you? Did you now? You didn't think long enough. Oh my gosh. I don't think that the car will be like in the... Oh, whoa. My stream window is like... Okay, never mind. It's fine. I don't think that they'll have the car in the Minecraft universe. But if they do, it'll be like... I don't know. It'll be stupid if they did. I think it'll be in like... I think that there's certainly going to be a section of... I'll take bets on this too. Approximately 25 minutes at the beginning of the movie that sets up the characters like in real life. And there's gonna be Jason Momoa. His character introduction. He's gonna pull up in that car and they're gonna do some sort of pop song. I bet. Then he's gonna climb out and say something dumb. I don't know. That's what I think. We'll see. I actually wasn't. As like a consumer. You know, as a normal person, I wasn't going to see this movie. I saw the first, like, 30 seconds of the trailer, and I was like, nope. I just saw it, and I was like, yeah, okay, all right, nope, never mind. But honestly, I'm still coming to, like... I'm coming to terms, I guess, with the fact that I am technically a Minecraft YouTuber. That's why in that community post, I was like, oh, allegedly I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. Because I guess, like, it feels weird to identify myself as that, but... Do I make YouTube videos? Yes. Are they exclusively about Minecraft? Yes. So if people are interested, like, I will go see this movie. I don't think I will like it. Let's finish this section.
Live action, because it's not something that's been seen before on this scale.
Creators have made such amazing stories and short films and content in the animation space, and it was like, oh, this is the chance for us doing a film to do something different.
And also kind of wish fulfillment, because
what he just said, that's a fair take on it, because it's like, oh, there's like a bunch of like fan stuff already, and we want to do something different. I mean, that's actually like... Excluding everything that we know, that position itself is like a completely fine stance to take.
I've always wondered, like, what would happen if I would wake up inside the Minecraft world? Like, how would I survive, and would I survive at all?
The idea of being human beings that are actually going into this cubic dimension of the overworld, and how those characters are engaging in that space, and it just seemed like so much fun.
You can definitely... Oh, is that a totem of Undying right there on the shelf? Actually, let's just take a look at this for a second. You can definitely see the thought process that led them to these creative decisions. I'm a little curious about the real hay, the 100% real straw, and then like just, well, clearly fake, but like real plant vines as well. That's a little bit interesting to me. Also, like, what is... Wait a minute. Is this like a shrine to the dog? Like, so you have the dog painting, and there's like a leg bone. Like, is that the dog's leg bone, or is that his... Please tell me it's his favorite bone. Because otherwise I'd be a little concerned. See, there's like fireworks, paper... Ooh, that's a pumpkin pie right here in the foreground. That's cool. Oh, just happened. Oh no. Wait, wait. Hello? I got a little like uh you probably couldn't hear it, but my computer did like a massive, not a massive. It did a warning noise and it popped up and it said OBS Studio is disconnected. Okay, good. I got a pop up and it was like OBS Studio is not connected anymore and I was like, "What the?" Okay.
Cubic. Like everything is blocks.
We had just an absolutely amazing crew of talented artists.
Oh,
Our production designer, Grant Major, he was the production designer.
Ah, damn it. I missed it.
Crew of...
So there's another art short right there. That's kind of cool.
Talented artists. Our production designer, Grant Major.
I just wanted to look at this for a second. There's like the real version of the painting, and it's cool. That's all I have to say.
He was the production designer for the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Actually, real quick, I also heard that I watched like a couple trailer breakdowns just to like I'm sure some of you probably did as well. Probably watched the same videos. So I watched some trailer breakdowns and someone was saying that there's like there's something in like the nether portion of the Minecraft movie trailer where it's like a Minecraft Dungeons mob, and see, the more I start to talk, the more I sense like, oh, this could go on for a long time. They're bringing, it's like a Minecraft dungeon. It's called the Seer. It might be called the Seer. I don't know. Actually, no, that is it. I'm pretty sure the Seer is from Dungeons. I didn't play Dungeons because, who would play Dungeons, honestly. But I feel like that. So they're pulling in stuff from like the actual Minecraft game and then Dungeons and is it Minecraft Legends? What am I like thinking of? There's like a third one that nobody remembers. But like that's where they're getting like the Minecraft universe. And if I remember correctly, Dungeons wasn't super popular. So I mean, I think it could be a bit of a mistake.
Trilogy. We also are working with Weta, and they all had their own personal relationship with the game.
Right there. That's cool. I wonder how they'll. Oh, I did not mean to do that. How did I accomplish that?
You got yourself.
Nah, close enough. Oh, for God's sake. Wait, also, what are they crafting? What are they doing? Oh, no. Just hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try and stop pausing it and give these poor people a chance to actually, like, talk.
Like, there wasn't a recipe book, and people were like, wait, what happens if I put these things like that? When Garrett's character and these new characters come into the world, they don't know the recipes, they don't know what to do.
The Jason Momoa character, Garrett, is a guy that was like a world championship video gamer in the late 1980s, and he kind of peaked then, but he's still stuck in the past. He's got a little bit of Arrested Development. He's holding on to that former glory.
We want to show you a short scene that shows Henry and Garrett and Steve. Steve is kind of demonstrating his skills, and then Garrett tries to demonstrate his skills.
Yeah, and Garrett's the noob.
This is a crafting table. Here's how it works.
Why does he say it like that? Why does he say it like that? It's such a minor gripe, but he's like it's like, I mean, I guess this strikes me as a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think I just need to like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. It's obviously a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously and is mostly just like. So they're leaning into like the comedy because like I feel like that's the only reason you would deliver a line like that as just like a nitpick, like this is a crafting table.
You place these elements in different patterns.
All right, and that's a sword, right? Okay, they actually did it right this time. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this too much. And it becomes a giant sword. I mean, okay, that's fine. People were always talking about, oh, they got the recipes wrong. I don't think like they got the crafting recipes wrong. They got the crafting recipes wrong. I wasn't worried about that because I was like, there's actually no way you could fuck that up. There's no way they could mess up crafting recipes. So I had faith that they would do it right, and I feel like this is also them like proving that the inclusion of this, I guarantee, is because of that trailer scene where he hits a bunch of like nonsense iron bits and it becomes two buckets chained together, which I think is probably a scene of either like Jason Momoa just like screwing up crafting by being like the lovable idiot character, or it's like him inventing his own crafting recipe, which will probably go with their theme of like like creativity, which is fine. I never had a problem with the recipe thing. I mean, it looked weird, sure, but like I felt like that was not super a big deal. And this is also them trying to okay, wait, hold on. I did read the chat. Okay, here's a question. You make the crafting table from 4 planks, but where do these metal tools come from? I uh I don't know, honestly. I don't know what to I don't know if I could answer that. I don't hear you. Oh, I have okay, I see what you're saying. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the movie or not. I thought for a sec you were saying like where did Jack Black get the hammer from? And I was like, dude, I don't know. But like I thought about that as well. You just put some wood together and it magically has like a little hammer and a creeper face and like leather belts hanging from it. I thought about that as well, but honestly, like I can imagine a mod that like makes you have to do that. Like you have to get leather to make a crafting table and string and stuff. It might be fun, but then again, actually no, because games that go for that much immersion, let's like use DayZ an example. I've played DayZ, and on paper it sounds super fun and super immersive with a ton of features. DayZ isn't fun. It's almost fun, and it's great conceptually, but it's not fun. And I feel like that's how that would be. Or like RL Craft. Honestly, I've never played it, and maybe if I ever like get enough subscribers and people really want me to do that for some reason, that's kind of a reach. I think. I wouldn't want to do that to myself willingly. I wouldn't do it in my downtime for fun.
You got yourself a sweet blade.
You want to see a blade? I'll show you a blade.
Yeah!
Did I pause too early? Is this literally that? Oh, for God's sake, I did pause too early. Ugh. See, okay. This is what I was kind of worried about like what is that shirt? What is that shirt? Oh my God, that is terrible. Anyway, there's an ender chest back here and this classic painting. Just thought I would say that. Yeah, I paused it too early.
That's okay, bud. Buckets are useful here.
When we were designing...
Okay, yeah, so... Oops, sorry, I feel like I wasted a little bit of time there just being like, oh, I predict this and this and this, and then I paused it and they show it 3 seconds later. I mean, like, yeah, I think that they put that there to, like, as a response a bit of, like, the people that were saying that how did they script the crafting recipes. My hot take, honestly, is that this pickaxe actually looks really good. I think this is a pretty good looking design. This sword, I don't know. It looks like something you would buy at a Walmart. It's not that the production design is bad. I think the size, because like the pickaxe, like that's a pickaxe. You know, it's a two-handed thing. Yes, Minecraft has you use it in one hand, but if you're gonna use like real people, I feel like the sword should be two-handed as well. Maybe they're gonna have shields. I don't know.
Crafting and talking about
it looks dumb
what should it look like. We basically started at the crafting table itself. We looked at the crafting table, we looked at the end-game texture, and it has this like super pixelated picture of like a hammer and a saw there on the side. So obviously that was built into the real-world crafting table. So it got this hammer, and we figured we honored the 3x3 grid perfectly, and thought it would be cool and kind of fun and gratifying to just give it a massive whack and then have things appear.
I like the way the crafting works. I think we interrupt this program. I just got a notification from the Discord that someone got a new template. Because, you know, per this, people just tell me things. Got a new template if you would like, if anyone would like. Oh, it's the globe one. I mean, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it. I just like randomly read that. Being distracted. It's a banner pattern. That's what he's talking about. He said template and sent a picture of like the globe banner pattern. It's fine. Yeah, I'm getting moving.
Remember when we were trying to figure out the size of the block that you break itself? Like when
I feel like they could have been bigger than that. Like the little handheld ingot. I don't know. I think the little tiny like item tiles
holds a block.
are a little
it's
bit
like
too
this
small.
big, and there we actually found out that going 1 meter by 1 meter, which is like 3 feet by 3 feet, is actually too big. So we scaled it down.
That's fine. That's fine. Again, I think there's a lot of people saying, oh, like all the blocks are the wrong size. I mean, yes, they are. It does look odd. I think that the blocks should be sized. The trees, I think, are a decent exception. I think the blocks should be sized a little more consistently, and I'm a little iffy about the fact they're not. But the fact that they're not like true to size 1 meter cubes, like that's pretty big, honestly. Like if you just, not that anyone has a 1 meter cube lying around, but like if you had a 1 meter cube in front of you, like it's quite a large thing. It's like a big box. But this here, like, you have a grass block that's fairly large, and then this is like, what is this, like a half slab of grass? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look Minecrafty necessarily. It looks kind of like Block World, which is something what
the scale's like 60 centimeters cubed, which is 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, and then in the background and maybe in the foreground, we sometimes scaled it down a little bit, but we would always honor powers of 2 because we're programmers and we like powers of 2.
We had to honor what you experience in the game, but also make it work for human scale for different characters that are manipulating the environment and the world and throwing blocks.
The sword looks dumb. Actually, we'll stay on this pause for a sec. But the sword size looks stupid. I think it's too little. I got distracted by that and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, there's another Minecraft painting in the background. Why? This is sized for. How do I say this? This is sized for Jack Black, isn't it? Because this helmet is like peculiar, very small compared to this chest plate. So I'm imagining that's designed for the actual actor to wear. That's why it looks like that. But I just saw that and I was like, whoa, that looks kind of funny. I don't know. I feel like they should have been a little more consistent with the size of the blocks, but other than that,
be practical for that,
like,
but still feel natural and
at least
organic
it's not
to
entirely
what people
green screen. I mean,
experience
this
in
is
the
all, like,
game
real
and feel
stuff.
authentic in that way.
Like,
this has been so much fun talking about the movie, everything that's gone
like,
into
the set
making
design
it, all
looks
of the
nice.
ideas, the point of view, and we cannot wait to share this movie with the world.
Yeah, super excited.
See you in the overworld.
Yeah.
see, whoa. Oh, whoa, I didn't see that the first time either. That's like a nightmare creature. Oh, for God's sake, not again.
Of the game.
Oh, yes.
As well as on a mic.
That's really like scary. The like fuzzy, uncanny valley stuff. The way the mobs look and the real people in the Minecraft world, I think is where the big problems are coming from for me. Because the set design, like the landscapes are pretty, but it needs to go deeper than that, and it just doesn't. But with the mob design, something they fundamentally missed something with the mob design. I'm not claiming to know what it is, but having everything be like furry, even the creeper, the fact that the creeper is furry is just so, it just doesn't look right. And I mean, I don't know what texture a creeper should have, actually. Like what texture does a creeper have? Scales? I mean, it's hard to really like say. So that's obviously the question that they asked themselves, and they landed on fur, which is the wrong answer, I think. I'm not saying like definitively if there is a right answer, but I know that like the like furry creeper with just the like face as like holes is like, that's the wrong answer. Obviously, there's like the creeper in real life stuff from like a long time ago, like 13 or something, where it's like fan art and stuff, and it's like Lovecraftian horror. I don't think that they should do that, but at the same time,
The filmmakers are still hard at work on
see,
a
wait, oh, there it
Minecraft
is.
movie.
See, there it is back there. This furry creeper head thing. It's also like really big. I thought I that's another like that's a nitpick. That's a nitpick, but I've already been nitpicking, so it's fine at this point. I don't know why the creeper's head is so fat. Looks weird.
And collaborating closely with us at Mojang, as well as listening to the community to continue to shape and craft the film in a way that's fresh and new, but
See,
still
that continuing to listen to the community, that's also another really subtle like, okay, yeah, we've heard that people don't like it. Another like it's another like really subtle um I imagine this guy, I'm not gonna comment further on that.
authentic to the spirit of the game. Look for more exciting updates soon.
Actually, I will comment on that. I will comment on that because America is the only country that really like loves braces and straight teeth and stuff. It's actually one of the ways you can identify an American person is if their teeth just look like if their teeth look like really straight, um, then they're an American. Americans also lean on a lot of stuff as well. Uh, if the people in the chat, if you are in fact American, I suppose you never thought about that. But if you walk into a place in like Stockholm and you like lean up against the wall, boom, American. You don't even have to speak. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. If you just do that one thing, you've outed yourself. It's like a weird thing to think about for Americans, I think. But yeah, lean on walls, lean on posts, lean on stuff. Europeans tend to just stand there. It's a random fact of the day.
Do you want to
Hold
adventure?
on, I just saw something interesting. That I'm looking at this like, is this a cat banner pattern? How did they make this? I feel like this is some sort of like purposeful. Like we're obviously supposed to be looking here, but also like look at this. This is some sort of like promotional thing that they're doing here. It's like some sort of promotional media, but like that banner pattern is actually very interesting.
Do you want to adventure through Minecraft biomes in real life? You may have your chance with Minecraft Experience Villager Rescue, our first real-world immersive experience.
So it's like Universal Studios Minecraft, I think. I actually don't really care about this at all. And if you guys don't either, I kind of want to skip it. As they say, yeah, I'm mostly concerned with the game. I'm sure that this like attraction or whatever will be cool. Um, I'm sorry, I don't care though. Yeah, that's a marine jump scare right there. Chickens.
And now it's time to reveal our completely new drop. Releasing
Okay, this is probably the part that most people have been waiting for. We talk about the new biome and the new mob.
in a few months. The team has been really excited about the idea of adding a new biome, and we created one with its own unique mood and identity.
Okay. So where do I begin? I don't hate it. Um, I also don't like not like it. A lot of people thought that it was gonna be. They said they were teasing an end update. A lot of people thought it was gonna be a new end biome, and I really also hoped it was gonna be an end biome. I'm not super disappointed that it's not, and I think that they might still do an end update, but it means the end update comes later, which I thought would be really good for the frontier because nobody's been to the end yet that I know of, or that I mean I hope nobody's been to the end yet. Um, but it would, since the end hasn't been generated, if they did an end update and then people went to the end, that it would be really good because we have the new end stuff. But as far as the Pale Garden goes, I mean, so it's a reskinned Dark Oak. That's okay. Uh, this is the point where I decide if I'm a hater, if I'm a constructive critic. I mean, it's a reskinned Dark Oak, and I'm very like the word lazy is on the tip of my tongue, but I don't think it's fair. I mean, it's like that note is played out like Mojang is lazy, Mojang is lazy. I'm not saying they're not. Um, I mean, so it's a reskinned Dark Oak biome. That's okay. I was hoping they would make some sort of new tree. Also, I feel my initial thought is that the Pale Garden, the Pale Garden name is actually quite misleading. I would say because garden makes me think like that there would be some sort of like structure associated with it. Maybe like nothing big, maybe like a little like witch hut type thing. And I was imagining like some iron bars and like a big like field area, and there would be like weird poisonous plants or something. Uh, but honestly, as soon as I saw this, I realized I was like, oh yeah, that's too like cool for Mojang to add. Um, they just don't really do that type of like super complex stuff anymore. I don't think. Like, what was the last new structure? I guess the ancient city. Well, okay, so I just shot myself in the foot. The ancient city is pretty complex. Um, but like, I think the overworld could use new structures. I think there's a fine line to be treaded where you want the world to feel kind of like wild still and not lived in by default. That's what you want it to be. So that you shouldn't add too many structures. But I think having the Pale Garden be like some sort of like castle ruin with like a garden and weird plants and stuff, I think that would have been cooler than this. But this isn't not cool. But anyway, all that to say that I just feel that the Pale Garden title is oh, the Trial Chambers. Yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. I forgot about that. But but I feel like Pale Garden is misleading. I feel it should be called like Pale Forest or something. I mean, this is again, it's a nitpick, but Pale Forest fits better. This is a forest. This is not a garden. Uh, just saying.
Drink.
Sorry, I'm trying not to pause every like 3 seconds. Hopefully, this will be pretty easy to find, because in the frontier there are dark oak forests and there's like unexplored portions of dark oak forest. So it looks like this spawns like in part of or maybe in the center of like a dark oak forest, which is good because I talked about it in the map video. There's a region called the Darkwood, and like nobody has really been over there to my knowledge. So hopefully this could generate pretty close to spawn, um, which is good. So you don't have to go super far to find anything. There was a bit of a problem with trial chambers at the moment. Trial chambers, like relatively close to spawn, are kind of a non-existent feature in the frontier, which is sad. But
Daytime, it's quiet, like almost serene in the new Pale Garden. While you might feel calm walking around in this forest, there's also an eerie mood. Something isn't quite right. Then, when darkness falls, you indeed feel another side of this place. Like the hanging moss shifts from being pretty to really spooky, and you realize that you're not alone. There's something lurking in the shadows.
So everything about this
I think you could tell is that the game director like really loves this update, or she's like really good at like selling it at least. That's just like a side thought. Like you can tell how
biome
excited
feels
they are.
unfamiliar, and this is by design. We want you to feel a bit curious and
I think the reskinned Dark Oak it's only okay because Dark Oak is like by default, it has like the solid canopy cover, and it was always like not just Dark Oak but the wood, but the Dark Oak forest was always like really dark even during the day. Um, I always liked that about it. I always thought it was kind of mysterious. So an update to the Dark Oak biome uh isn't a bad thing. But I think if they're really going for, they're probably trying to balance it between like, because this is like a lot of kids do play this game. That's like, I mean, everybody knows that. So I mean, you don't really want to like terrify small children. But if they were going for like an eerie feel, they probably could have done better than that. They could have had the trees be like twisted and stuff with like the huge like a bayou type of thing. Not to be confused with a mangrove swamp, but like big like twisting trees with lots of moss coming down. I don't know. If they were going for eerie, they could have done it a little better than that.
Scared. Like, what is this place? Why is it so different from everything else? What we needed for the biome is to have like a low visibility, and we've created the pale hanging moss for this.
If the pale hanging moss was a little more dense,
this really inhibits like how much you can see and how far you can see, but you can still walk through it. So
there's a lot of new blocks here, which is cool. So we have honestly, as I'm mostly like a builder type myself, so the thing that I'm most excited about is like new blocks to work with, especially this, which is the new wood texture. This bark texture looks pretty cool. Obviously, the wood itself, if you don't know already, is white. So that new wood type, everyone loves a new wood type. Also, we got what I assume is going to be called pale moss, maybe pale grass as well. So that's cool.
You're traversing through the forest and you're like trying to find everything, but you don't know what will be behind the hanging moss.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a strange feeling when you enter.
I'm trying to decide at like, is this at what point it's like it's not trying to like appeal. I'm not the target audience, I guess. Because
it's unnaturally
because I'm not like unnerved by this. I'm not unnerved by this at all. It's just
something
like
weird's going on here.
I mean, I'm sure it might maybe creep out a kid, which probably is what they're going for. So it's hard to like tell, you know.
I really like the ambiance of the new biome. It invokes really those eerie and spooky feelings.
Yes, eerie indeed. And turns out there actually is something lurking in the shadows. The creaking.
I'm not laughing at this. This isn't like, okay, I'm laughing at it a little bit, but I'm not trying to like disrespect this. This thing looks cool. The creaking.
It's our first tree-like creature, and it's almost like it's camouflaging in the pale garden. And when it's dark at night, it's kind of hard to see it, except those like
whoa.
Save eye. And when it's dark at night.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought that the guy this player went from full health to half from one hit, because that's kind of like indicative of something I was intending to talk about how if they are going for scary, they're not doing it. They've got the right idea, but they're not doing it quite right. But we'll watch a little bit more, and then I'll start talking about that.
It's kind of hard to see it, except those like save eyes.
Yeah, and it also interacts with those trees, which is super fun.
Yeah, there's a special new block that it has a connection to.
When you approach the creaking, you can actually realize that it doesn't take any damage, and when you try to hit it, it points you somewhere in the canopies. That's where basically the creaking heart is, and that's what controls the mob.
One of the main themes of the Pale Garden and its inhabitants is that there's a lot of contrast from the rest of the world. So when we made the creaking, we also wanted it to feel...
Oh, hold up. For some reason, I can't display my chat window on top of the YouTube panel, just by the way, so I have to like pause it to look at the chat, which I'm doing because there's like 50 bajillion messages. Blah, 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 blah. New biome. It's, I mean, like, no, it will, I just like, I could pull it up on my phone, but I won't.
Unfamiliar and different from other mobs, which is why we made it more asymmetric, to really go on this point of like being different from everything else.
I honestly, I don't like...
The creaking doesn't exist on its own. It's more of like a
I don't hate
puppet
this.
of the new block.
I really
the
like
creaking heart.
the mechanics.
So the
of-
creaking heart and its creaking puppet really comes with a new combat challenge or combat mechanic, both in the way that you need to destroy the heart
that's cool.
block
I
to
gotta see
actually
this.
kill the creaking, and also, of course, that the creaking only moves when you look away.
So don't blink.
I really like the sandboxiness of the creaking heart.
They're treading
It's
the
like a
line.
silk
They
touch.
want to be scary, but they don't want to like scare obviously their younger fan base is what I think, because like it's not really.
You obtain it, and then you can place
Well,
it anywhere you want in the
it's still not
Minecraft
even
world.
released yet.
So
Maybe
if
the
you
free gift
want to be as evil as the creaking heart itself, you can place it and make your friends really terrified.
To embrace the quietness of Minecraft, we added ambient sounds for this biome that only plays during the night, that comes from the blocks that surrounds you.
I think so. So what they're saying is during the day the Pale Garden is completely safe. I feel like they should. I feel like the creaking should be around like all the time. Maybe just a little like less frequent. Obviously, they haven't really shown us how frequent it actually is. Actually, no. I should wait for the segment to finish before I say anything else.
That will make an even more creepier experience for the player. And to do that, you need to play with the silence and the contrast of the silence and the sounds. So to make creaking, I gathered a lot of creaky stuff that will make creaky sounds. Obviously, the biggest thing would be to gather wood and twigs and stuff like that, dead leaves to get rustling and creaking. But I also recorded salty sticks, the Swedish snack. I think it's Swedish. And one of the biggest part actually of the sound is my table creaking, dragging against the floor, and also a chair. I also recorded teeth. It sounds a bit like bones, maybe, when the mob is walking. So it's.
What do you mean by teeth? Oh, okay. So we wanted to make the biome very gray to give this very eerie feeling, right? And with these gray tones, a very fitting new wood set was going to be a white-colored wood set. And this is something that players have wanted for a long time.
Like, look at that, like the white wood.
Yeah, I'm
that's,
super
like,
excited
stripped
for
logs,
the
I think.
pale
That looks
oak
great.
wood set, especially that in a lot of places people paint their fences white, for example, for a white picket fence. And that will be exciting for a lot of players to actually represent themselves.
And then we also have like the hanging
Interesting.
moss.
That's an interesting justification for white. You basically just said if people want to make their houses in real life, a lot of people have white fences. If I'm not mistaken, that's literally what he just said. It's just funny, but I mean, who cares?
And you can bone wheel it, so it's renewable. And so I think like just bringing it as well, and maybe put it in a greenhouse where things hang from the roof, or like a wild garden, something like that will be really fun to build with it, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, you can
and
tell
it's also
she like
really
really is really happy about it. So it's like
unique
I don't know,
carpet
this is
moss
good.
because it also spreads all over the sides of the box.
Oh,
And that also looks really great.
We look for a lot of inspiration, so we've looked at all these kind of different forests all over the world. A tree that stood out was like the willow tree, like because it's very hanging. There's a lot of
Okay, all right. That drive start to take issue. We looked at trees all over the world, and then we reskinned a dark oak tree. Come on now.
like drapery, and it feels.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If you were gonna do this, then do this. Don't say this and then okay, no, I can't. No, I'm not gonna.
Very eerie.
I'm gonna get super mad.
Then we looked at like Spanish moss. This was like the inspiration for the pale hanging moss that we've used in the biome eventually, because this gives this like drapey feeling without being willow trees, and it was a little bit.
Dude, that's just dark oak trees. I get what they're going for, but if they really wanted it, they should have just
More
done
versatile and flexible to use in the biome, and could also be used as like building blocks.
We are super excited to see what you do with these new features and the new game drop.
We want to create connections between features because the Minecraft world is an ecosystem and we really want it to feel like that. And the creaking heart and its puppet creaking, it really has a new way of creating this kind of connection. So it's going to be really fun to see you all experiencing it. And it's actually coming to Snapshots, previews, and betas very soon. So soon you can all try it out.
Villager number 9 here! Sorry for interrupting again, but villager number 15 and I have just escaped from the spooky forest. And I'd just like to state, like I said earlier, that I was right. There is in fact a monster in the woods that looks like wood and sounds like wood. What? That's a lie! You didn't believe that at all! Many didn't believe me. But in my heroic foray into the spooky forest, I, villager number 9, single-handedly discovered the creature that I shall now name the Crunching. It's called a creaking. It literally just said its name. Maybe I should go into monster hunting. I'm clearly very good at it. Villager number 9, Monster Hunter. It's got a nice ring to it. Well, sorry to interrupt the show again. Now back to Minecraft.
Stick around with us.
Okay, so that's the end of their segment about the Pale Garden. Now we can like break it down. I feel like I didn't mean to click on this frame specifically, but I have something to say about it. I feel like the canopy density here is actually like decreased a little bit from Dark Oak. Obviously, I can't confirm that super easily, but I feel like the density of the canopy is like less so. Maybe it's to let daylight in, but I feel like for this they should have had it be more close to the Dark Oak, where it's like a complete canopy cover, which adds that kind of like mystery darkness, almost like labyrinth type feel that a dark forest can sometimes have. But otherwise, let's talk about oh, not that. I went too far. Rats. I want to talk about just the mob itself.
Surrounds you. It's true.
Anywhere of the creek.
So.
And also with a new.
That's actually, I mean, like, I was saying, like, it's not scary. I mean, it kind of is, and it kind of isn't. Like, if that.
Go on this point of, like, being
like,
different.
Like, if you just,
from
like, turned
else.
around and you saw that, I mean, you saw that at night. I mean, dude. It's kind of... I like the way it walks. I like the way it moves. I like... yeah, so let's talk about the mob specifically. I like the way it walks. I like the way it moves. I like the way it looks. What I really like, what I think is the most important thing about it is its like mechanics, is how it operates basically. That makes it stand out a little bit, which is good, makes it more refreshing than just kind of like a regular new hostile mob. Kind of like the Bogged. The Bogged is like it's cool. It's cool to have variety, but I personally hate the Bogged, as do a lot of the people that I know that hate Minecraft, because it actually makes I'll talk about this a little bit in my upcoming stories video. But the mangrove swamps used to be a place that, like, I don't know, it's like a cool place, but now that there's bogged in them, people like in the frontier, they like stay away from the mangrove swamps. Like, nobody goes in them anymore, because several people have almost died to poison. But that's beside the point. So they've gone for like this sort of I should be on a frame that has the thing in it. There we go. They've gone for this sort of like weeping angel type thing. That's what it's called, right? I think so. Which is a concept that personally I am really like afraid of. Like, the concept of the weeping angel is scary. So I like that they're going for like another kind of like creepy sort of thing that enhances maybe like the stakes of the danger a little bit, or that's what they're going for at least. Anyway, I'm kind of just like yapping at this point, but I like that when you look at it, it doesn't move, and that when you turn away, it like comes at you. That's really cool, and the encounters like that can be absolutely horrifying. I also like the fact that you can't just kill it. which makes it more of a threat that you can't just kill it. You have to find the heart, and you break the heart. I don't have anything like bad to say about it, really. That's actually such a complete lie. That was just like a thoughtless. I do have bad things to say about it, but I like the way it looks. I like that you can only see its eyes. Maybe if they had a new like darkness effect in the new biome that made it a little bit darker, not like Warden dark where you're completely blind, but where it was dark enough that, or at a distance enough where you could only see the eyes, that would really kind of help flesh out the creepiness aspect of it. Um, sorry, I'm losing I lost my train of thought. Uh, I think, I think it's interesting that they're kind of going. They've done two like horror based updates, not consecutively because we had trial chambers and some other stuff stuck in between, but that they added what was it called? Is it the wild update where they added the warden, like the ancient city and the warden? The warden is, in my opinion, the one of the scariest things you can encounter in a survival world. Uh, for my That's my personal opinion. Like if I'm playing in survival and I'm trying to do, I've only been to like an ancient city or the deep dark only like once or twice, but I mean like I did accidentally spawn a warden once, like not trying to legitimately, and it came up, and I honestly was just standing there like a statue. Like it's the warden is good, and the warden surprised me when it was announced because I thought that it is like a horror feature, which I thought was an interesting turn for Minecraft to add like a horror themed monster, one that you can't even really fight. It will literally just like kill you if it finds you. It's a fascinating concept, and I think that this is like building upon that. Obviously you can defeat this thing. You can't really kill it. You can just make it go away, so it doesn't have any drops or anything, which is cool. I think it's cool. I can't help but wonder if like the popularity of the cave dweller mods and all the other like Minecraft horror stuff is is contributing to them wanting to do this. But I think it's like because people say that people say that like Minecraft it's like a kid's game, is like a defense of some of the stuff that they do that people say, which it is. I mean, yeah, a lot of kids play the game. So they want to keep it like, not safe, but they want to keep it like friendly toward that. So obviously, I think that's a boundary that stops the creaking from being like. The warden is actually pretty scary for, say, a 5-year-old, I would think. But that's like a kind of a boundary that stops them from making it like too scary. But I think that there's one like flaw about this that they're just kind of missing, and let me like skip to that and find.
I think we both did.
Actually, this just reminded me of something. Another thing they do is when they're like kind of showcasing it in this segment here, they're actually there's like zombies and skeletons and stuff and creepers going after like Jeb as he's playing. I think that it would be better if the creaking was like the only spawn. That might be a little too OP maybe. Because you'd have like a mushroom biome situation where there wouldn't be any like hostile mob spawns. But I think maybe that should be like lowered or something. I don't know, because I feel like if you're dealing with the other stuff, it like takes away from the creaking. I think that they should maybe lower or disable mob spawns in the forest, the pale forest at night, and then they should have the creaking, but have the creaking be like a lot more dangerous than it currently is. So it's not like a mushroom thing where it's just like a free peaceful mode, because you wouldn't want that, obviously.
You don't have to ask us twice.
Felt like a cue.
I think there were ways.
Exactly. I think it's really cool how not only is it tree-like, but it also has these like,
yeah.
It is
so
very calm.
Oh,
Okay.
there it is.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay,
Okay,
you're
that's
better.
better.
You're better.
I don't know. I feel like it takes away from.
Oh, now there's two of them.
Because if you're getting assaulted by other mobs a little bit too much, it kind of just it reaches a point where it'll just like start to piss you off. I think.
Oh, Jens, you have 2 creaking.
Okay.
Now.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And this one.
The
Yes,
particles
it's
are
over here.
showing.
Where the creaking art is.
I wonder what the range on that is. How far a heart could be from a creaking. How far could you lead a creaking away from its heart? Because that might be a funny way to troll people, honestly. If you could lead a creaking all the way to, somebody's house from one of these forests, and then, you could lead a creaking all the way to someone's house from one of these forests, and then just like never break the heart. So what, the creaking is like 1,000 blocks from its heart, and so that's a troll basically. Like they can't kill it. I wonder if there is a range limitation. So it's like you've brought an unkillable monster that will just harass your friend forever, and they can't do anything about it because the heart is like 1,000 blocks away. That would be pretty funny. Also, you could do the same thing if you just made a heart and covered it in like obsidian, buried it underground. Obviously they'd have to they'd be able to find it, but they'd have to like mine. I don't know. Just another funny prank you could pull with this.
That's right. So it's invulnerable. It's trying to punch it, but nothing is happening. But yeah, they.
And I fell in a hole.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Now it's not looking at the creaking. So
they did like let me skip.
So
they did a little bit of a like. Is it here? A bit, yeah. This little bit of like a game show type thing. They had a challenge where they had to get I think 7 hearts and put them in here, and whoever was the first one wins. But I think it really showcases the biggest problem with the creaking, and that it's not scary enough, and I think it moves too slowly, and I think it doesn't do enough damage, and that's really the biggest thing I have to say about it. Is I really do like it. I don't think it does enough damage. Just watch this for a second. Hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, the second one now, Jens has it. So Jens is now in the lead.
So as we can see here, they're doing this challenge. They have like chicken or whatever, but no armor is the point I'm trying to get to. He's not wearing armor, right? Not even iron, nothing.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, I'm too focused.
They're coming after him. They move pretty slowly, and the first problem is that they move pretty slowly. They can be outpaced quite
another gun.
easily.
Maybe one.
Did you get one?
Yes. Yeah.
And the fact that you can turn tail and just sprint jump, and as far as I can see, escape them with like no trouble, that's a problem. That's why I think they should be faster. They should be faster than sprint jumping. They should be able to catch you. Maybe like you'd have to maybe implement some balancing features like a cooldown period or something. Really, I'm like pulling this from. The best example I can give is like I'll have to make a my thoughts on the creaking video. I think like a short one, because I'm thinking of like Lethal Company. If anyone is familiar with Lethal Company, if anyone plays it, I play it with my friends on a semi-regular basis. And there's like the coil head, which is like a mannequin with a big like spring neck, and it will chase. It basically operates on the same like angel mechanics as these, but it's a lot more terrifying because when you turn around, it like races toward you. You can hear its footsteps. It's really fast. It's not possible to run away from it. And I think that that's what this thing needs to be. It's so like.
Okay, on Marco's side, there are currently 3 creaking looking at
So he's
him.
running, and just at the speed that it's at, there's no way it catches him. And that's a problem, because that severely diminishes how scary this thing really is he's just running away, and it's chasing him at like, not a snail's pace, but like it won't catch up to him. I think that if you're sprint jumping, it should be able to catch up to you. Maybe not instantly, because in the coil head case of Lethal Company, the second you turn around, if you're turned around for more than half a second, you die. So I don't think it should be like absolutely overpowered like that, because what's that? I didn't even know you were in here. What do you want? Forgot my cat was in here. Cat reveal win. Overworld Soul Sand. That would be a good idea. Like if. What do you want? Come here, you. That's actually a really good idea. If there was like, if there was like pale grass or pale moss made you like travel more slowly, so that the creaking could catch you, you couldn't run. That's a really good suggestion. Actually, that would fix the problem. I think that, but not to like, I'm not trying to like beat this point to death, but it's too slow. It should be faster. Maybe like, not incredibly fast, but if sprint jumping, let's just say sprint jumping has like a speed unit of 1, it should be like 1.1. So you should be able to run for a decent bit, but it should like eventually catch up to you if you keep running. So let's say you initially run at a speed of like, I don't know. I'm not even going to put a unit. It doesn't matter for the point. So you turn around and you run at a speed of like 1 for a certain amount of time. So you can put some distance between you, but it will start chasing you at a slightly faster speed. So if you run long enough, like for a certain duration, maybe more than 5 seconds, if you run too long, it will catch up to you. That would be a decent way to make it scarier. And I've talked about that too much. We need to get to the other point.
Oh, Jens has a third one. Okay, Jens has 3.
And that is that the creaking does not do enough damage. And I mean, it can't be killed. So maybe they're trying to like balance it not being able to just be outright killed, but like if something doesn't do a lot of damage, it isn't scary. We can talk about that a little bit.
Oh, like
more,
just like, hearing all of the sounds of like the.
I mean, they're trying to play up how scary it is. It's not really that scary, but it's almost there. I really like it. I feel like it needs a little bit of
snapping and
tweaking.
That we have one.
I feel like he's not wearing armor at all. He's not even wearing iron armor, and he's getting hit for what?
The sounds of like the snapping and
that we have one.
So 1 heart, literally, he's not wearing no armor at all. Gets hit. It does 1 heart of damage. No iron, no armor. That's not enough damage. Like that's like negligible amounts of damage, especially for like in the people of like. You know, if you have a long-standing survival world and you have like netherite or even diamond armor, like that's negligible amounts of damage. And so if you can walk around, netherite has always kind of had this problem. But it's a little bit whatever as far as the things. Like in netherite, you can literally like swim in lava for like a minute and not die with no fire resistance or anything. Netherite is like super overpowered, and a lot of people have said that the warden is a good counter to netherite armor because it doesn't matter, it will kill you straight through it. And I think that the warden as a counter to the netherite, the problem, as people would say, is a good idea because it reintroduces like stakes to mining. Because early game mining is fun because it's like tense a little bit. And so the warden brings that back. And I think that this should serve that same purpose. But I mean, with no armor, 1 heart of damage, like, I don't... I'm trying to break down the stats in my head, but I'm not doing it very well. Because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but like, that's not that much.
Especially after knowing from Sandra, it was like teeth and pretzel
I'm sure there's
sticks.
a bunch of them, but like, this is
She
like
can really do magic
artificial
with weird things.
scenario.
Yes.
I feel like every time he plays, so he's going to go up here and place this. And
Jens has 4. Marco,
spawn
are you
another one.
at
See another one spawned when he placed it.
still at 2? Are you about to die? No.
I actually think as I've been trying to think of a Halloween special for this channel, and I was going to propose it maybe, I don't know, in a couple weeks or so. I think honestly, I will attempt this. I will get somebody from the frontier, maybe multiple people, and we will try this to see how difficult this actually is. Because I'm not trying to have like what I would call a hymn fallacy or anything, but like this doesn't look hard.
Eat something. All right, have food.
Oh no! But I guess don't eat next
Maybe
to
I'm
it.
like,
You have
doing the
64.
thing where the case of like, you know, where someone's like watching football that couldn't play football like to save their life, and they're like, "Oh, what did you suck?" I'm not, I'm not sure if I'm doing that, but like from my this like perspective, this doesn't look very hard.
Okay.
Take a break.
I actually don't know how you do
No,
it.
but they can come from behind. No.
Okay.
It maybe starts to
Wait,
get
Jansen.
just like also the hit rate as well is something we can see on display here.
Okay.
No, but
It's not even like a zombie because a zombie is like that.
Can
So
come from
like
behind.
the hit.
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait,
no,
Jansen.
no.
It's like that's a really large delay in between a hit. I feel maybe it's normal. Maybe I'm like lying or tricking myself, but the hit rate is like too. The hit rate, I don't know. It's such a great concept, but I think when you put all of the factors together, ultimately it's not scary because it's not quick enough, it doesn't do enough damage, and it doesn't hit frequently. It doesn't pose enough of a threat to earn the title of like scary. It's not. It looks creepy and it gives like it has like a creepy aura, I guess, but it's like not a threatening presence.
Go away.
I mean,
I'm just
Okay.
Because how often you'd have to be in the forest itself to tell, but how often are you going to run into a scenario like this where there
has
actually
some
are
health
this many of them?
coming back.
Because
So
they're only starting to get he's not even running.
I don't know which trees I've already
Okay,
done.
wait. See if I back
Margot
up.
has some
Like,
health coming.
He's not even
coming.
running, and like, okay, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 of them.
I'm just
Okay.
He's
Margot
not
has
looking.
some health.
He's not running.
Coming,
They are chasing him right now, but he's not getting hit at all. And there's like a bunch of them.
coming back.
And
to
again,
Summer.
no
I don't know
armor.
which trees I've already done.
So
okay,
hopefully
here's
this is
one,
like an
and there's
early.
three.
This is like an early build of this, and they're gonna tweak it a little bit. I would imagine that they probably would tweak it a little.
And those one. No, let's see.
Jens, are you at 5 now?
Yes.
Oh, Jens is at 5. Come on, Marco. Come on, Marco.
But it's going to get harder and harder to find the last ones.
Yes, that's true. Okay, Marco
Okay,
just
that's one
got.
more.
Take
Ouch.
it back,
Should
take
be
it
able
back,
to
and then eat
outrun
again.
them.
Eat again so you don't die.
Ouch.
I mean, there's like the creep factor of turning around and seeing them like stop moving toward you, and they're all looking at you. That's like, it gives like a baseline. It gives like a baseline creep factor. It's cool.
Where did it go?
Basically,
There it
they're
is.
creeping everywhere now.
Yes.
Every time you turn.
Oh, wow, look at Jens.
Actually, wait, I wasn't.
Yes.
I was thinking about things.
Basically,
Sorry.
they're creeping everywhere
He's running.
now.
Yes.
Every time you turn.
So yeah, wait. I'm trying to. They cut it pretty quick, but I'm trying to see the amount of damage.
Basically, they're creeping everywhere now.
Yes.
Every time you turn.
I mean, that's even worse. That was half a heart, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 6, right?
They're creeping everywhere now.
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah, that is that. I'm not. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's half a heart, isn't it?
Oh, wow, look at Jens.
I mean, like that's. I wouldn't be. I certainly
When you
wouldn't be
turn
worried.
around, there were like 6.
Oh yeah. Okay, but now there's one more here. Okay, but it's far.
Oh,
Now wait,
my
if I
God.
only remember.
I feel like that they're also kind of like. I don't really want to accuse them of being bad at Minecraft, but like, they're not. I feel like they're not like. This is like a. They're not like sweating, if you know what I mean. They're not trying really hard to like beat this challenge. They're just trying to have it be. They're just trying to have it be entertaining. But I feel like if you really like. Not that you really. There's not like a much of other stuff you could do other than just doing it quickly. But like. If you really like sweated your ass off here, I think you could probably do it without even getting touched.
Which
It's a hawk,
Yes.
Oh,
This is where.
it's like a horde of them following you.
It's nice.
What is a group of creaking called?
Oh, where are they?
I mean, it's like a. Sure, she says like it's like a horde of them. I mean, yes, but like with that many, you should be doing. If there's like 7 creaking all after you, you should turn around and see them, and it should be like that 1,000-yard stare meme. You know what I mean? That's like the situation that it should be if there's that many of them on you. So maybe like 1, 2, maybe 3. If you're if you're him, but 7, you should be fucked. This could be easy, not hardcore. Half hard. Wait a minute. Okay, for some reason I had to double check. I was like, wait, were they in hardcore mode? They're not. Okay. Let's see. What? What is it? Okay, actually, hold on. I gotta. Hold on. I gotta go feed my cat or something. What do you want? I'll be right back. A minute. Promise. Okay. I don't think anyone timed me, but I swear to God, that was a minute. Anyway, um, what's it called when what's it called when you're exposed to something you're afraid of so much that it just doesn't bother you anymore? Because that's happening to me with wood spiders. I've killed so many of those giant wood spiders in my house over the last month that I'm not even phased anymore. I'll look in the sink and there's just a big boy in there. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, and just, bam, I just killed another one. I mean, dude, there's everywhere. It's crazy. Anyway, those are still creepier than the creaking.
Like a horde of them following you.
It's nice.
What is a group of creaking called?
Oh, where did they go? Stop.
You're gonna have
Crunch.
stop.
Crunch of creaking.
Okay. Oh, this is
I don't
a
know.
problem.
I like the way they move. How it's jittery. It's scary. It's just not quick enough.
I have a problem.
I want to be
here, but I have a problem.
What's your problem yet?
I'm locked in, and I can't move
But
them.
I mean, if you stay looking at them, can you not muscle your way out of this?
Oh, this is a problem. I have a problem. I want to be here, but I have a problem.
What's your problem?
See, I mean, yeah, you're in trouble. They will hit. They will hit you if they're looking at you and they're up close. I might honestly even take if you're gonna do a speed buff. I might honestly take that away, so they'll only hit you if you're not looking at them. I feel like that.
Problem yet?
I'm locked in, and I can't move them. Okay, I got that. I got that.
See, because he said I can't move them, so are they unpushable? That would be pretty interesting, because you can push most mobs. I think you could push all mobs a little bit. I mean, sure, they're gonna attack you. Even the Blaze of the Breeze, I think you can push them.
I have a problem.
So it would be interesting if these mobs were actually just statues. That might make it interesting.
What's your problem yet?
I'm locked in, and I can't move them.
It's hard. It's really hard to tell from this Or let me bust out the investigation speed here. I should have done this earlier. I'm so sorry. I should have done this way earlier. I didn't think of it though. I didn't think of the slow speed. Exposure therapy. That's what it's called. Yeah. Oh, that sounds cursed. Turn that off. So they. I mean, actually, it's hard to say, but it looks like if they're completely unmovable, I like that.
Okay, I got that. I got that.
Jens, you were actually trapped.
Yes, I can't move them. So okay, 7. Hey!
I would hope and pray that Jens wins a Minecraft challenge.
Well done, Jens. Okay,
Thank you.
well done. Yes, well done, Marco. I mean, you know, it's hard to take on Jens. You know, I didn't even do it. But I mean,
I tried.
Thank you three so much for playing. We're so excited for all of you to get to play this new game drop, having so much fun. You can play it in beta preview and snapshot very soon. Check Minecraft.net and all of our Minecraft socials for more fun things coming soon. But thank you so much for hanging out with us at Minecraft Live and at the after show. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Are they done?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, those are it. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's impossible for any announcement to come through on the internet without like some people not liking it. But I'm just kind of like peering at the chat here. I wish that I could get like a live chat replay, so we could like see what people are saying. There was at one point I remember people were saying like L like nonstop. I can only assume that was the movie portion. So just like a recap. They didn't really announce all that much. So they did the Pale Garden, which really should be called the Pale Forest. So they did the Pale Garden, and obviously it comes to the new mob. There's some new blocks associated with it. I think there was at one point... No, there was a part where they were like exploring like a little village or something that was built with the new... Did I miss that somehow? Oh, I totally did. It's like back here. I definitely skipped it, didn't I? I don't know why my like thumbnail thing isn't working, as you can probably see. I'm shooting in the dark here, just guessing. Developing the sound. That's got to be like oh, it's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is.
But it's always fun to see like the ideas come.
I've never seen this before. Maybe that's surprising to some of you. I've never seen like a game pad or whatever this is called, like a setup like this with a keyboard and a mouse like I've never seen this before, so I'm like fascinated by it. And there's like a video controller thing in Lethal Company that you can get that looks very similar to this. So I'm like, it sounds stupid, but that's like distracting me. I keep like thinking about that.
To life, and especially with the creaking and the...
I have plenty of Lethal Company clips. I can edit in if I decide to do an edited version of this live. I'm still deciding if I want to bother to like make a condensed like organized video about like my thoughts this, my thoughts that. I don't know. If you guys think I should do it, then I might. But again, like I'm in the process of writing stories, and I don't know if I really had like all the time. I don't know how quickly I could do it. I like the schedule that I'm currently on, because I have time to like do stuff and do that. But I feel like taking all my current schedule, like script writing takes quite some time. Maybe longer than it
Creaking Heart,
should,
how many different teams had to work on it with art.
I don't know how much stories could potentially get delayed if I decide to go and write a script on this. I could probably bust out the like my thoughts on live. I could bust out that script in probably a day, by which I mean like a couple hours. But like a couple hours is what I have, and that's time I would have spent doing something else. But blah 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 blah. I'm just for God's sake.
Art and sound and design and gameplay. It like really came together so nicely.
Thank you. We can't wait to see what players do with this when it's out, because that's the most inspiring, of course, because our players are so much more creative than we can ever be.
Yeah, we had...
I don't know if that's a good thing to admit. Aren't you on like the dev team for this game? That's That's a little, just a thought.
Some friends actually create some builds that we can jump into the game. So now it's going to be Jens and I playing. Woo! I'm going back to like old school days here, playing and talking at the same time.
I'm sorry, who is this? I'm not trying to be mean. I don't actually know who this is. Is this like a... Does anybody know? I think they definitely said at the beginning. I'm too lazy to go back. I don't know who that is. That's all I want to say.
So we're in a really cool village.
Okay, let's see here. First of all, I like this. The like oxidized copper and the white fences and the soul lanterns are pretty cool. We can see a trapdoor here, and I think I watched I watched like 15 seconds of Mog Swamp's live stream earlier. It just came up in my feed while I was like scrolling and getting food. I think he said like maybe these are quartz. I'm pretty sure based on these like faint shadows that this is like the stripped version of the log, which I gotta say looks really nice because we don't have a ton of like super good white blocks. I like building and stuff, but I don't get super technical with it. The person who does is flooded from the series. He like, dude, that guy's an animal. He like, he hasn't even. He built some stuff in the Frontier now. It hasn't come through in the series yet, but he built like one building or something, and I think he's tearing it down because he doesn't like it. But he gets like technical, and he'll build like 4 copies of the same building with like different variations, and like look at them. And so I know that he'll probably be really stoked for this. Because right now for white we have diorite and polished diorite, which are they can look good in the right scenario, but I don't know, they get a little bit ugly the more you go on. And then quartz, and I think that this is a really good block to work with quartz. Let me just like shut the hell up and get to the point. It'll look good with quartz. We can also see this door right here. I just say I like this door. This door is very cool. I like it's got like a spruce-esque like medieval type vibe to it. Which is super cool.
The idea was that they used
and the trapdoors are really cool. I actually think these are going to be great for like off the rip. I'm thinking like ovens, maybe like stove tops. I see that people push like armor stands in and minecarts and do some like crazy stuff to make stoves now, but I'm still kind of like more of an OG mindset. I don't really do that. Again, we can see the double doors here. It looks pretty cool. I like that they've got these big hinges and the wood. It looks cool. I mean, there's only so much I can like, so many words I can like invent to say it's cool. I like it. It's cool.
the new wood set in all different ways. And
damn it, I wanted to pause on that.
The idea was that they use the new wood set in all.
See, we're getting. Is that what a cherry trap? What is this? Is this a cherry trap door? It's occurring to me. Have I ever seen a cherry trap door before? Because this is like, this is some serious like cottage core stuff. This looks cool. I know that there are like, it's like the. I don't want to say that. This is certainly an aesthetic. It's not mine, but it's I like the way these go together. This isn't something I would build, but like I definitely know people who will really like this this palette here. It does go really well with the cherry and the green, yeah.
All different ways. And I'm so
this is this like modernist look I think is the best one. That might be a hot take, but these like white roof, this one's alright. These white roofs don't look very good actually. I think the white steps certainly have a use. My brain isn't working very hard at the moment, so I'm not like really trying to think of something, but I'm sure that there's a really great use.
I'm impressed with how different everything looks.
But like this white roof here, I don't know.
Yeah, there are like so many different things you can do. Like the thing first thing that comes.
Also the pale what is it? We can see the pale logs hanging around here, especially under this lantern. I think that those will actually go pretty well. I'm not really a palettes person. I don't know why. I'm like talking like I am, but don't get it twisted. People like really care about like block palettes and stuff. So like you would like, I don't know. Do people look that up? Like block palette for like, so for a pathway, if you're setting up a palette. You would do tough bricks and what is this? Pale moss, I think. And then have some like raw tough to like set up these blocks that are kind of like similar in their color scheme to make a road. I don't do that, but if I care to dabble in it, these pale oak logs will go really well with mangrove, I think, because they're similar enough, and they could factor into like if you're gonna do like a big where you like build a tree, like a tree build, where you build like a giant one that's like 100 blocks tall, because a lot of people do that. I think that would look pretty good with mangrove wood.
To mind for me is especially seeing that gazebo is like Helbish. Like it's there's white wood and it's really fantasy with the.
I think something I have always. Oh no. Sorry, that's something else. I think that I have always thought about like, if anyone is familiar with the game Subnautica, the aesthetic of like the Altera stuff, like that futuristic aesthetic. I think that there's not very many Minecraft builds that have that. And you would mostly do it with, I'd say, if we're sticking close to the one as using Subnautica as an example, I think like orange concrete and like orange concrete terracotta combined with like quartz to get the like smooth, sleek future look. I think that those builds are really cool, and you never ever really see that many of them. And I think it's because, in part, I think it's because quartz is really expensive in a survival situation. But this is giving you. I mean, sure, it's got this texture. It doesn't have that smoothness, but I think that this could go a long way toward futuristic builds. And I think I didn't like just come up with that like all by myself. I think one of them said something along those lines earlier. But it might make futuristic builds like viable in survival more so than like I don't. Because how do you get quartz really? You can trade for it or you can mine it. And both of them, like, if you want, like, metric tons of quartz, like, it's not that easy to get your hands on it. So I think this could be,
the
like,
lanterns and everything.
Stuff.
But there's also, like, more modern things you can do, right?
I love the modern, like, you're exactly right. It's very fantasy, but then also very modern. Anna, you told me you thought it had this like millennial gray, which I think is I mean, it is.
Exactly. I really love that for my future.
This one here is actually really cool with the White House with the warped wood. That's a chef's kiss right here. I like this one. I like the color scheme they're going with. I would maybe not do that, but I'm not really here to judge the builds like that, but. The warped roof with the white, that's good.
Builds, I'm going to use it
like
a lot. But something else I really like besides the color palette is also like the beautiful details. Like if we look at one of the doors, I have these little metal details.
And I was looking at, I should have known. I've committed this crime so many times in this stream now. I should have known that they were gonna like show it, because earlier, if you missed it, I was talking about the Minecraft movie, and I paused it when they were in that segment, and I did like a whole speculation thing for like 5 minutes, and then I unpaused it, and they literally just like addressed it, and I was like, oh, okay. But these doors look really nice. I love doors. That's one of my.
It really looks. This one looks really different, and it has almost a medieval look.
Yeah,
but I guess it also depends on which build you use.
Copper doors too. I mean, that's been in the game forever, but I just want to just real quick for the copper door. And these like as window shutters. Oh, these look great.
It on, which makes it extra cool. Oh, we have some like moss growing.
Yes,
up
yeah. As you can see, it's really versatile, and that's a bit of I don't know, extra dimension, I guess, to the builds, because it overlaps and creates interesting effects, and it's super easy to use. You just place it gets random configuration, so you get a bit of variety.
And I love this little sapling.
Oh, that is a very cute little sapling. First time.
I just want to have not even a house, just a bunch of saplings.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take issue with this. So the saplings in Minecraft are like reminiscent of the shapes of their trees, more or less, right? So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the oak tree, you bone meal that. The sapling, like the tree and the sapling, like are similar in form, right? I mean, yeah, obviously. and same with all of them. So we have a dark oak sapling, and it looks like a dark oak tree. You know, it's got the like the thick stem and then the little like flat leaf cluster on top. That's what the dark oak sapling looks like. And but then we have this sapling here, which is like, it's kind of like, it comes out, it's curved, it's like twisted, it has these big like gnarly hanging branches type. I mean, I'm reaching a little bit, obviously, but it has these like big twisted branches that come out and they kind of hang down. You got the moss hanging down, but the tree doesn't look like that. So that gives me like a glimmer of hope that they might be reworking the tree design, and then it's like a pre-build. But honestly, if they're showing it off at live, I think that maybe it's not, because like the tree is literally just a dark oak. But why not have the sapling look like, I don't know. It's just like, it's interesting. If the big tree actually looked like this, and we talked about this earlier, to give it a more like mysterious, eerie feel, they could have had like these big like twisted trees with large like, kind of like those trees that you see in any like insert, you know, horror piece, where they have like these big like, it's like a hand reaching down. If they had made the trees look like this sapling, this would be infinitely cooler.
Want to have not even a house, just a bunch of saplings that I can look at and think are so cute.
Yeah, the shape is really something. It's like twisted and yeah, with the branches coming down.
Jens, you're going to show us...
So why don't the trees look like that, though? All right, whatever.
A way, this was your idea, Marco, of how you might use the creakings to protect yourself and your village.
Yeah, you know, because the creaking is kind of protecting its own forest, right? So the same way the players...
All right. Come on now. The sapling looks like that. It looks super cool. Here's the tree.
Could use it to protect their own base by creating devices that activate and yeah.
I like that they're going for the idea of like using a creaking to defend yourself, but I mean, so is it possible to it makes me wonder, is it possible to like have creakings not attack you? Because if you spawn a creaking to your raid, won't it also like just go at you? I don't know. As a base defense is like a funny way to take it. Maybe they're just afraid to say like as a troll. We'll see. I don't know.
Fend off enemies.
So this is a piston.
I think deactivated, this block also has a lot of... Ooh, that's a pretty house. I like that. I think that deactivated, this block also has a nice texture that'll come in handy for building. And it's cool that you have to have these wood logs like this, because it actually means you can just place the block without activating.
That's going to... I mean, because...
You could... Now I'm just like, I'm purely speculative. We basically we've run out of live, so this is going to come to a close here pretty soon, I think. Just to make sure sorry, I got distracted by my stream stats again. I was looking at my dropped frames. I think I wonder... So if you wanted to have, like, let's say a wall of these, like, heart blocks where it's, like, this jagged orange line for, like, some sort of building aesthetic or, like, creepy lights, I think that would be cool. But then the question is, how do you deal with the creaking that spawn off that? And I'm wondering, so they can't teleport, I wouldn't think. So can you just, like, push them in a hole somewhere and just lock them up and then you're good to go? I don't know, that's just, again, just
basically, you can only have the creaking heart work when it's in between two pale wood blocks?
Yeah, exactly, and they need to be aligned, the same direction as the creaking heart, because it's a log block with something inside, so it needs to be aligned, and once it's in the right configuration, it will activate.
Okay, are you gonna activate it, Jens?
It needs to be nighttime as well.
Oh, yes, okay, well now it's night.
All right, we have night.
So the heart, I thought, oh, that's interesting. So the heart actually will not activate during the day. I wonder if that has any redstone application. Like it's like a dark daylight sensor. It's like an evil daylight sensor. So it actually won't. Oh, that's fascinating.
Yes. So I'll pull this lever.
Okay.
And see.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That does kind of limit.
There it is. nice.
this. So this little contraption made it.
So
I wish it was a little bit taller.
I
but
had other
that's not-
plans than like
Actually,
using
no,
it
I'm
for
not sure.
protection. I was
What I
thinking
think about
of
it.
more like more scheming.
Pranking.
I love that idea too.
Okay, you're more of a pranker like me, Anna. Okay, good. I was like, oh yeah, protect
Wait,
them.
wait,
You're
wait.
more of a pranker like me, Anna.
Oh, I thought I was just. Never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna.
And I was like, oh yeah,
I'm
protect.
trying to gauge if he's on board with like the pranking idea because it felt like they were trying to not say that, and then she just said it.
What about scare everyone?
Yeah.
I
So-
love how it activates too, and the color changes.
Yeah. Players on the creaking. The block will.
Okay, I'm basically just trying to decide if there's anything of like substance
the creaking.
to talk
Yeah,
about.
you see now.
It's like I could probably just like continue talking for a long time, but if there's nothing,
Now it
else
stays because
to
otherwise it would
say-
be too easy to have an axe and then the creaking disappears. Instead, we want you to actually engage with the block and destroy it.
Okay, so once it's activated, you have to
Yes.
destroy it.
Yeah,
Just
and then it will just.
And when you're in the pale garden, like everything is desaturated and the sky is desaturated, so you can also, instead of bringing the block wood type out, you can bring other wood types in and actually build something in a completely different environment that makes it feel very, very unique. I really like that.
That's a really good idea for all of our builders, which is definitely not me.
I'm gonna call it the forest.
Okay,
Like,
now
I feel all of my like, I'm not like. I'm not like flying a big red banner about anything specifically in this update, except for maybe like the movie itself. I feel like most of my stuff is like, it's just like a minor, like a nitpick. But honestly, I can't get past it. Like, why garden, pale garden? Why garden? Why not forest? Why not pale forest? I just like, I don't know. I'm reading this like, oh, just reading the chat. How's this guy's like? This person's allegedly sad that the mob vote's over. Yeah, no. Good riddance to the mob vote. I wanted the golems. I don't care if they're useless. I mean, like, they're cool. I feel like golems they're a staple of Minecraft. You know, you got iron, you got snow. Give us more. Maybe people say they're useless, but like, who uses an iron golem other than to like just make like a slaughterhouse and get iron? Who uses a snow golem other than to just like who actually builds a defense tower? So it's like people say that like, oh, the tough golem is like useless, or it's like it carries around a little item frame, or that they're basically that it's an item frame. It carries around like an item. It's like an LA, but kind of, so it doesn't fetch. But I mean, who cares? That's cool. I want that. I want a little guy walking around carrying my sword. You know? All right, I'm getting off topic. We're bleeding into other Minecraft lives. This was what did I actually call this stream? What did I title this stream as? Minecraft Live recap plus discussion. I would say that we have probably done both, and it's actually been quite a bit of time. My God. So, I don't know if anyone in the chat has any like final questions. I guess I don't know what else to say about this. I'll probably end up condensing. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I'll make a little like shortened video of this, and this live will just go into my new live playlist that I made. So yeah, that'll be that. I don't know if I'm gonna work on that today. I don't know if I have time to work on that today. Because I might. I'll have to balance it and stories. I know that people really want stories, so I'm like trying. I'm trying my best to make it not suck. I want to gather stories that are interesting, but also organize it because like some of them are like really similar. Like just like I have a couple of like exploration stories that didn't make it because like, you know, whatever. It's like, oh, they went here and they found this and they did this and they came back. It's just I skipped over it. I've changed up my Obviously, I've changed up the pacing of the lore videos now, so I don't think that that'll really happen in the future. Actually, who am I kidding? It definitely will. It happens like because it's just like small stuff, you know. Someone spends a day going out walking through the dark wood, um, whatever. But yeah, I'll see about putting together my thoughts. I won't do a thoughts on the Minecraft movie. I just there's nothing else to say about it. Uh, if I when it comes out, I don't know how many subs I expect to have when it comes out. 500. I don't know. If people really, really want me to cover it, and I mean like a substantial amount, not just like three people. Sorry guys, but like I don't want to see this movie. So if people really want it, and enough people really want it, like fine. Yeah, see, I keep distracting myself. So I'll make a video talking about the biome and the mob, and a little update on what I think about it. Maybe I'll touch on bundles. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm definitely not stalling because I don't know how to end this stream. I'm dead serious. I can't find the button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for showing up, guys. This was cool. I'll maybe do a community post or something like to see what people thought or if anybody watches it. I guess I'm gonna wait a few days to see if people actually watch it after the fact. But for anyone who showed up, thank you, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.